Start with walkouts. As we continue with our walkouts, I'll tell you a little bit about the workout that is ahead of us and the equipment that we need. So, we will need our belt and our dumbbells for our hip thrusts. We're also going to need our dumbbells because we will use them for some other strength that we'll do for the lower body. But we are adding in power today. So, there will be some intensity work. The heart rate will go up and we will sweat. But we will also do our usual finishers with our bands and make sure that we get the amount of intensity that you're looking for in today's workout that will include everything that we already know and do well, but also add in some new things. So I'm looking forward to getting started. And this is a workout that you're going to want to save because it's one that you will want to repeat and do again. All right, we're ready. So let's get started with the rest of our warm up. So glad you're here. Maybe a little stiffness in the legs. So we're coming forward and back, bending over, so knees over toes, and trying to keep the heels on the ground. We'll do, about 10 of them here. Then take one foot in front of the other. It's a little bit like third position. I want you to kind of press forward and then push back. So you're going back and forth. I think that's like third, right? Because third's a little bit wider, kind of stepping out from the foot. You don't want to be on a narrow. Oh, okay. So fourth then. Thank you. And back and forth, and especially that knee bend in the back. You want to get that with that little bit of dorsiflexion. I was listening to this woman who wrote this book called Walk, and so I have a client whose feet I'm trying to just really help, and it's a lot of walking and a lot of just foot function, but the dorsiflexion she mentioned for women especially because of our history of heels and all of that gets a little bit limited, and then if we're athletic later in life, it's really helpful because we're still practicing some of that. So last thing we're going to do is first position. And I want you to now we're going to get a little tuck of the booty at the same time. Yeah, then we'll start. These are all really good. It's in mobility, we call it flashing, where you sort of contract and release pretty quickly. So you're not just letting yourself kind of stay in that position. It's not a long stretch, just kind of moving into that mobility. All right. Okay, a few shoulder here. And Abby, we're going to do some upper body with Lauren today. So, just take it easy and see how it feels. We did a lot yesterday. Yeah, so you can just kind of use it as great to do lighter weights and just get in some volume. And that will help to alleviate some of that soreness, but also it just creates additional stress for the arms, which will help us heal over the weekend. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And we grab that band and we're going to get into our content. Got lots of good stuff today. So we're going to do some hip thrusts as usual. Going to do some RDLs. And then we're going to do lots of little finisher exercises to really maximize the feel, including some kickbacks today. We haven't done those for a while, so we're going to get those in. Okay, so we'll still go ahead and start with our monster walk side to side. And I will turn the music on so we are jamming to something exciting. So this will go pretty quickly from exercise to exercise. I'll put that in case you want to record it. Share. Advanced. And I have it down, I think, so I should be able to. Oh, sorry. I guess it's still so loud. Oh, so loud, so loud. Let's try. Let's change that. There we go. Put. So once you sort of get, we got the one that we kind of stand up with, and you might have started there. You might have started low. Great. I was looking at the music, but I'm going to go low now and stay low, walking it out, going as wide as you can, depending on the strength of your band. A lot of core engagement. We'll do a few more sets here, and then we'll do singles right and left. 2 more sets. I'm going to do about 3 to 4 walks each. Last one, staying low. You'll stay just on one side. Now, when we step out, you're going to feel both sides. But I'm going to stay low. A lot of stabilization in that anchored leg. Some power and squeeze in that leg that you're stepping into. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, just notice if you stood up a little bit. I noticed I was creeping up. Go down low, stay low if you can on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 9 and 10. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to tap back and try to feel yourself. I'm going to bring it down a little bit lower so I can feel that extension into that back leg. Keeping the foot on the floor. Kind of moves up, so I'm going to kind of keep holding it low. Great work. Okay, now we'll take this band down to the feet. Okay. Tap it back. Go wide. Keep that tension. So it's sort of like going back into that third position. Keep going. Do a few more here. Good job. For some reason there's definitely a little beep going on that we don't need today. On one of my other timers. There we go. Okay, now we'll take it out to the side. So wait, I'm going to go with the first leg that I stepped out with. Out and in, out and in. Stay really anchored in that leg. Try not to let that knee follow. Power it out. Close chain, stability, engagement on the leg that stays anchored. Power on the leg that's moving. 10 to 15 of them. Then we'll move to the other side. Good job. Okay. 4, 5. Lots of strength here, all connected to that ground force. This leg is moving. It's powerful. It's strong. 3. It's hard. 2. Lauren, your band must be stiff. It's good though. It's good for you. Okay, enough of that. We're going to come down onto the floor and just do a set. Abby and I really practiced this yesterday too. It's just like a bridge with nothing. So you have to work all of your own contraction here. Now hold on to that belly. So I'm going to go again about the distance of where, my heel is at where the base of my knee is. And there's a little bit of external rotation, no band. I want you to be able to do this all with your own contraction. So I'm going to go up, squeeze. So I put the hand here, so I'm pulling up into that and coming down. Squeeze into it. Lower it. It's more of an articulation almost. You kind of feel that pelvis thrust up. The rest of your spine stays super strong. And once you kind of have that with the feel of where it's at for your abdominals, this is like core work too. I'm going to take my hands, put them behind the head, elbows out wide, and then rest the fingertips on the floor. So you got a slightly elevated head, chin into the chest, push your head into your hands and squeeze. Getting right to those connections. You're going to feel your glutes right where it meets the hamstring. And then also where the pelvic floor meets the abdominal muscles. Zipping right up to that belly button. Let's do 10 more like this. Just notice if you feel anything separating each leg. One leg might feel like it's working more. Push into the leg that you feel like is working less. Go a little harder with that squeeze. like little headlights our hips are. We're trying to just shine them bright as we lift up and squeeze the glutes. And one more. All right, knee drop. Keep the hands behind the head so you have a really nice open oblique. You can get deep into that nice stretch to each side. So again, this is that flashing. We're kind of letting it go into that stretch and coming right out of it. Very dynamic, like we use in our power moves, just no resistance. Okay, single leg. We're not going to do a lot of single leg today, but this is our one time what we will. It's a little easier just in this bridge than it is in our hip thrust. So we're going for this about 20 on each leg, going to be fully warmed up, but this will help to kind of get anywhere that you might feel like you need to position yourself. Chin into the chest, back of the head. Now I'm going long with the hands. I'm using them out at the side, pushing the palms into the ground, using it also as a force. Now lift your toes off the ground and keep driving with that heel. Get squeezed into it. But again, you're just doing that minimal movements, all glute. I've got 5 more to get to my 20. 4 and 5. This is going to really prep us for our first round of hip thrust. Okay, other side. Keep the whole foot on the ground. Start off there. Make any little adjustment that you need to make this side feel the same as the other. Again, going back to that belly button, kind of squeezing down towards the spine, scooping in as you lift up the hips. It's really going to help kind of tone that lower abdominal region too. This is a good core exercise. Okay, heel drives now, toes lift up, 10 more. 3, squeeze and hold. Make sure you get that little pause, power it up, squeeze, hold. Power it up, squeeze, hold. And you can kind of let it go quickly. Got 5 left. 4, 3. So in this protocol, it's recommended that we do these body weight options quite often because it helps to make sure that we know where that feel is and where our squeeze and our activation. And then when we push power, we've got a lot of force that we're considering. So we have a focus on that as well. Can't always get into that max squeeze, but you know where it's at, you know how it feels, so you can always search for it. So I'm going to start off here, setting up. And Abby, you can decide what to do as far as, oh, you've got your belt. What am I thinking? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my thing here. We've got 4 sets of these today. We're going for it. Um, if you feel like it's light, Abby, you can definitely band it. We're doing double leg today. Lauren, I want you to go heavy. That's perfect because you had a cardio fitness day yesterday. So first set, go do 20. Or Lauren, you're at 10, 12. Let's try 12. I know. I was like, wait a minute. Try a few more than you usually do. Let's put it that way. Okay, here we go. Okay, get in position. Get to the lockout first. Look at your belly button. Stay in that position. Hips go down. Chest goes towards that belly button and the knees. Pop it up. Okay, I'm going to get with you in a second, Lauren, because I will add that on. Abby, keep going. Today you're going for volume, feel, and to keep it consistent and contracted. Okay, let's go ahead. Come here. You've got your band. When you're done, Abby, no rush. She did a lot of upper body yesterday. Band it on your arms. 2 sets of push-ups. That's it. You can do 2 good sets of all of our arms today. So I'm considering it's a good set, so I'm going to go right away into the plank version of this. Power up. Down quick. Power up. You just kind of catch yourself in that band. 10 of them. Maybe a couple more than you usually do. Maybe it's 15. Power quick. Really able to use explosiveness. We'll do 3 more. 2. 1. Band allows you to fall into it so you can think just pure power. Okay, so I'm going to try to go. Abby, you could probably, you've got your, 20? So you've got 40 pounds. Maybe put a 15 across your hips. And Lauren, you can decide. So I only have 50. You've got 80, right? Okay, good. You just stick with that. Sounds masterful. Okay, let's go. Second set. Now on this one, especially with you, Lauren, I like be quick at the top, hold for 2 to 3 seconds, then come down and do 6 to 8. Maybe, if you can get a couple extra out of it, but I want you to think explosiveness. This is muscle integrity, the ability to really generate force. Okay, when you're ready, have a good break, go for it. And then we have push-ups, the same ones after. So you can go on your time, but take a little break in between each. It's a quasi superset. Oh, yeah. I'm going to hold it. 3, 2, 1. Take it down. I'm going to do 4 more. Oh, yeah. Okay. 2 is done. 2 are done. And we have 2 more after this. So we're going to switch it after this chest press exercise to a shoulder press. So kind of consider after this, maybe grabbing a set of weights. And Abby, your 15s will be fine. Might be a lot, but you can always drop to your 8s. Okay, so I've got here, power out. Almost a little protraction, almost a hollow belly. It's into that strong center each time. Couple more. Feeling good. I took a little cluster set here. I'm going to do 5 more. Nice. Okay, done with those. Hopefully those were good quality sets. 2 left of our hip thrusts. Whew. So I'm going to cluster set this third one. It's going to be a little bit longer set, but in two thrusts separately. So we're going to do half of what you usually do, take a break, and then half again with maybe an extra 2. Okay. So you are going to try to get a few extra on the second set. First one, though, go for maybe 4 to 5. for you, Lauren? Four, four. Okay. Take a break, count to 20, and then try to get 6. Okay, make sure. I do find that I start back bending a little bit on the way down. You can hone in on the way up, and you can have that locked in, and then it can kind of change based on the fact if you're kind of letting your hips drop without your chest coming with you. So just make sure you focus on how you release as well. Okay, I'm gonna let me grab a little heavier on this. Okay. Counting to 20, you're probably ready in about 5 seconds. I'll go back up. Okay. Adding on an extra couple. Might even be more than that. Again, looking at the belly button, let the chest come with you. Some of the machines have this pad that rotates. So it slides with you, like you can see how my pad is coming with me. That's sort of how I know that I'm making sure to lift the chest with it. One more. Please. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Because I was noticing that, yeah, you start to think that you're doing really well by staying rigid, but you need to kind of flow with it. Okay, good. Very good. Okay, let's go into some shoulder presses. If you still feel like your arms need go lighter on these. I'm gonna grab my 15s. I'm doing kneeling. Makes it a little harder. So you could do kneeling, Abby, but do the 8s. 5 and 5. And you could do seated, Lauren. Just do 10. Are those the 15s also? Ooh. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great work. Okay, put it down. We're cluster setting these. Take a little break here. Try to see if there's like a little nuance in between, but that's not. Okay, so let's go for another set. These are the Arnold ones. So we're going to start in, locked in. You feel a little protraction. You feel that internal rotation. We open up, press it up, bring it down to here, then you rotate. Works your rotator cuff muscles a little, so just be careful with them. Engage, press. Good. 3 more or 2 more. Nice. Good, Abby. Yeah, and it's easy. So you just take your time, though. Use that deceleration. I'm going to do one more because it just feels good. Okay, very, very nice. Last and final set. You have the option to do exactly what we just did if you're feeling really good. Otherwise, just do one solid set to finish with maximum amount of resistance that you can put on your um, your equipment there. I'm going to do the same as I did before because what I'm looking for basically is that the last couple, because my weight's not quite heavy enough, really have that integrity. So I'm kind of at first creating a little bit of pre-exhaustion. And that's the reason I'm doing that. So if you want to just go, Lauren, since yours is heavy, just go for a solid like 6 to 8. Squeeze at the top and get that contraction, hold it, then release it. Each time, try to go for maximum power. Okay. And then you could even take a little break for 20 seconds and try 2 more if it's in you. All right, here we go. Remember, this is power. This is pure power. It's why these hip thrusts are so good. Because they don't beat us up. We can do a lot of them. We can really focus on that supreme extension contraction. Ooh, yeah. Okay, take a 20-second break. Go for a couple more. Keep that good form on these. Maybe about 8 more seconds, or maybe less. I'm gonna try to match it. I'm going for 10. Okay, nice wide stance. Make sure your heels are slightly away. You want to make sure you've got nothing short of that 90, right? You don't want to be any more tight of the knee, right? So make sure it's 90 or greater. Anything less works a little bit more quad. Okay, here we go. Pull it in. Oof. Make sure you got that nice stiff spine coming down. So lift up with it. Grip, grip, grip. One more. Oh, nice. Great work. Okay, we're done with that. That's our prep work. This way we get. Okay, shoulder presses. Still feeling good? Great. We're going to do exactly the same thing. You could try a little heavier, but if you're feeling good with this, stay with it. It's all I got. So stick with it. Straight ones here, military press. Tap. Four. 6. We're going to take a break. 4. You got your 10. Okay, up next is going to be our rotational. In, lock it. Elbows nice and tight, chest up. 1. Bring it down with control. 2. Bring it down with control. 3. That's part of the work, controlling it. 4. These are slow reps. 5. I'm going to do 10. 6. 7. 8. Oh, 10. That's it. 2 rounds. Got a lot accomplished with doing those 2 different types. Okay, up next is just a good old hinge. Nice and low. 2 sets. That's it. And I want you to focus here on maximum amount of weight that you can do safely. And don't worry, Abby, just do your 20s. And this is bilateral. So we're just going to work on that nice back straight. Good form. I'm going to do a slight deficit here. It's also a little uneven. Try to find that. Oh, it's more traditional style than an RDL. So what happens is I go kind of stiff, 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 stiff. It comes to the knees, bend a little. You're here. Power up. All the way. Again, getting that butt back, maybe the butt down. Power out. I'm going to go a little deeper here. Oh, I'm going to do one more. Okay. On the floor, going to be here, pressing up, shoulder press. Tricep, shoulder, decelerate. And then if it gets hard, you got this elbow underneath you here. You can always kind of push up with that a little bit. Maybe not though. So you can be, it's across you and then you're down here. It's a tricep, but we're getting into that back of the shoulder too. And you can even rest it here. Push up with it a little bit too. Okay. Switch to the other side. I know those are fun. It's a little shoulder rehab exercise too, done without weight, obviously, except your own body weight. So I'm starting with that. I'm starting with the shoulder anchored. You got it here, and you push it up. Hang on, move that hand. Okay. And then you kind of roll it in. Oh, this one too, we're doing with Jane because she's looking for that flick of the wrist or flick of the forearm strength right at the elbow. It's going to help to also strengthen our forearms. I'm adding a little bit of that elbow help at the bottom on this side. Do 3, 2, and 1. You're keeping your hips squared off as much as you can. You're kind of working into that shoulder capsule a little bit different because there's that eccentric as well as that concentric phase in both of those. We're going to do only one more set. Everything's 2 for the arms today. But we'll go back to our deadlifts. I love that, Lauren. You were heavy, so you did your set and you were done. Same thing here. Abby, we're just keeping that really good form. You're probably going to be able to do a couple more than because you just have the 20s. But I want you to practice as you did here, 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 and then maybe you drop the hip a little bit, all in one power up. So you can kind of go stiff legged on the way down, sitting the hips back so you make sure you have that. Then drop the glutes up. 2. Core really tight. I'm gonna do 2 more. 6. Nice, Abby. Perfect. Nice, Lauren. Good little drop of the hips there. And you have that good form, keeping the weights right at the shoulders. Yeah, good work. We are going to do single leg RDLs. That was a deadlift. RDL, it's a little stiffer legged. And we're going to but we'll do that next 2 sets. Okay, back to this. You can find your position, find your core engagement. Also is great for the core. Hand is inside, so you kind of take this palm close to the other hand. There, you find your straightened position first. You can also peek yourself up if you like. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, and up. Now I'm really teetering now. I'm going to hug and not touch that elbow until it gets to the shoulder. Decelerate and press. A lot of people think about our external rotators, rotator cuff. Also internally rotate. Ooh. Good work. So you have that muscle along the supraspinatus. Okay, here we go again. You kind of feel yourself right along that collarbone, right? Pushing up. 2. Good triceps too. 9, one more. 10. Feel that nice expansion of the back of the shoulder, and then you feel it drive back. Very, very good. Okay, RDLs are next, kind of moving. So we're at 7:01. We want to make sure we get into our finishers. Take the heaviest weight you have. Going to take it in. So this is kind of a funky thing here. I got pigeon toed on this front leg a little bit. Going to naturally let our hips do what they do because we got wider hips, more narrow stance here. Turn into it, but it's not, you find what's comfortable. I've kind of overemphasized it there. Bring it down, power. Bring it down, power. A little bit. I was probably bending a little bit more than I should. You can bend your knee a lot though if you find that it stresses your low back because you are reaching across your body. But most important is what hips back, chest forward. One more. One more. One more. Oh, nice. Okay, switch legs. Slightly internal. Lean out over it. Practice a couple. About 10 of them. Get down low. 4. Be a little less bend. Oh, big stretch. 5. 6. One more. Okay. Normal. Go back. That first hand. Normal rows. Put the weight down. Pick it up. Put the weight down. Pick it up. Put the weight down. Pick it up. Okay, this should be pretty heavy. Don't have to rush it, but I want you to completely relax it. And that way you get that power feel. Okay, one more. Let's stand up tall. Shake it out. We'll go to the other side. We'll do one more set of everything. Then we're on to our finishers. Okay, here we go. So I'm kind of prepping you, Lauren, with this. You might have something heavier one of these days, and then we'll just try to lift it. But nothing too crazy, okay? Like, yeah. Right now, what are you using? 30? Okay, perfect. Good. Good. Maybe, well, you've got the 40s in there. Maybe, well, we'll try it next week. Okay. Let's go back to that first leg. So I bent the knee quite a bit. Ideally, not, but it's just there's a lot of stretch going on there. So you kind of know if it feels like it's a little tight, this is going to help release that. It's going to slacken the hamstring a bit, right? And then you can pound. Yeah, we're doing the, yeah, exactly. Slightly in, slightly twist, power out. You can keep it stiffer if it's available to you. I'm going to try it this time a little bit more. Good. Nice, Abby. Good snap at the top, pushing the hips forward rather than arching back. You see? It's perfect. You're here. I got it. Oh, yeah. It's harder. Do one more. I tried to get a 12 in, a few extra. Other side. Right into it if you can. Emphasizing all parts of it. Big squeeze. Would you? Okay. Ah. Solid reps now. No drop. Just hold. Keep a hold of it. We'll be ready. Then do 10 each side. All right. Other side. All right, we are done. All that craziness. Lighter weights, biceps, triceps for arms. But let's get that band on. Kickbacks. So we have options. Um, you could try it standing, staying in. Now your back might be a little tired right now. This might feel like a lot. So you can come on your knees. I kind of like my knees for this reason because I can put my knee on the band and really make it tight. Except the only thing is, I didn't have to do the donkey version. But what's most important here, what I'm looking for, um, is that feel, not just the extension, but you get that peak glute squeeze, and you should be able to grab behind, and you see a little bit of that upper glute max get tight. So even here, like that, perfect, Lauren. Up there, squeeze, and you can even kind of drop it in. I personally get more feel out of the donkey kicks with the band. I get a good feel if I'm on a cable with the fully lengthened leg. Nice. Your version, Lauren, is harder because you've got that little bit of instability. Okay, after you get about 10 of those, you're going to stay, and we're going to open it up now. Kick. Okay, it's going to be straighter leg though. Kick. Nine, and 10. Okay, good work. Now take it, everyone, to the floor. Got that band on. We're at quadruped, all fours. Going to kick it out slightly to the side. It's going to be ever so slight diagonal. Just a little bit of rotation, but a lot of lateral lift. Ooh. You can do more of these. 4, 5, 20, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is a sweet spot. 10 more. Really lean into that hand of the leg that's kicking. Maybe take that other hand away of the same leg that's on the ground. So arms out. Oh, yeah. 5 more. 5. Try to keep that knee. 4. Oh, that's it. 3. Trying to stay parallel with that knee to the floor at the peak. Oh, it was hard enough just lifting the hip, but then, I forget they got to remind all of us to keep that knee parallel. So there's times when it's like this, but we really want it to be like that. So you get a little rotation with that abduction. Okay. Good work. Biceps. Abby, use your 15s. Do a set of 6 or maybe more. We did lighter yesterday. Got 15. Good old solid biceps. 6. We're going to do 10. 7, 8, 10. Ooh, that was good. Okay, put that down. Other leg. Okay, so we're starting off straight back, and it can be that donkey version. Then we're going to open it up straight leg, slightly rotated abduction. Then we come down to the floor. We do quite a bit of rotation and abduction. And this is kind of when, if you feel it in that standing leg, which I am, I'm going to take it down to the floor to do it. So I minimize that. No need for that right now. 4, 5, keeping this nice and tight. 6, 9, going to 10. And we have that leg out to the side. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah, this is good. 8, 9, 10. Okay, we take it down to the floor, all fours. It's kind of tight. You're in there pretty well. 1. Oh boy. 20. 2. Ooh, side's harder. 10, 8, 7 left here for me. Ooh, keeping those knees up. Oh. Ooh. Oh, one more. 1. Oh, so good. Okay, one more set of biceps. We're at 14. We're doing good. Still have one more finisher and triceps. We're going to get it all in. Just tonight, try to do some stretch while you're watching television or you're down regulating before this evening. 6, 8, 9, I'm going to go 12, 10, 11, nice straight, long arms, and 12. Okay, good work. Take one, you could do the 15. Okay, we're going to go into frog pumps. Take the band, go way up high with it though. Feet together, big toe mounds together, heels together. Yeah, so we're going to make sure that I even lift, you see, I kind of lift them up. I find for some reason everyone has a different way to get the feel that works for me. Is to really focus on, because then I'm not pushing off my feet as much. I'm just anchoring the heels, and it's all about the squeeze of the glutes. But you are welcome, because sometimes it feels better to put those big toes down. I do a little bit of both. But if you're feeling pretty good with these, keep those knees out nice and wide, the band's up nice and high. Keep those big toes connected. So the big toe nervous system connects to our pelvic floor. Dr. Conley, the book Walk, she talks about is that connection between pushing off on your big toe and bracing with your core. Like, it's just a natural way of creating stability. So that's how we're designed. So when we don't connect with our big toe, we don't get as much core stability in our movement. Okay, I'm going to connect big toe mound and then spread the feet out a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to bring it down, heels out here. Try to connect in, push into the feet, up and down. Little pulses here. And again, we're staying in the squeeze, not the lower back extension. 20 more. So we're probably at what, 8? Let's do 12 more. 12, 11, 10, 9. Wider with the legs. 7, good. 6. Feeling it more in one leg, push harder into the other. 5, 4, 3. Parallel the feet. Stay up nice and tall. Okay, now I want you to put your hands on your belly. Push into your hands with the squeeze of your glutes. Okay, keep it right there. Okay, you're going to go out and in. Just riding on your heels. Keep pushing down into that pelvic floor. I want you to feel like you've got this corset giving you that wonderful shape. And that corset is your own muscular contraction, your own breath, your own hollowed belly. Heels driving down to the floor, fanning the toes out and in. I'm going to take the band and I'm going to go just a touch lower for a little bit more tension. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so you've got that feel. Now, if you have, this is it. Last little, I showed you this on Monday, but I'm also doing this because we can do some tricep extensions here. Maybe we'll just end there with that. Right, down and up. It's a little bit of that internal rotation that we just worked. Now you keep going there. I'm going to show you here. Feet together. All right, you got your out and in here. Okay, so finish up these. Okay, now my feet are about hip distance apart. Come into your bridge, walk your feet in a little bit. Okay, that feels easy. I'm going to go, whoo, ha, a little bit better. You're trying to get that same squeeze that you had laying on the floor. And we got full tricep extension here. So we're working isometrically into the strength of the triceps. Keep the chest lifted slightly, look back. Ten more. 10, 9, 8, 7. So much good arm strength here. 6, 5. Try not to sink that chest. Lift up, push up, push the chest up, push the chest up. Okay, go ahead and relax. So what ends up happening, I see a little bit, is we get here, right? And we're up like this. And then you'll notice, because see how rounded my upper back is. So I'm thinking I push up here and you're in upper back extension. And then that way you're super strong as you go out and in. And you find that lockout. All right, we're done. Good with that. That's a lot. We do it in yoga in both kind of fish pose and then also upwards facing bridge and tabletop and upwards facing plank, but we don't do it a lot in other things. But I do find the stretch on the wrists really nice. Kind of helps to open us up after doing all of our push-ups. It's kind of the reverse grip. Great work today. We don't have a lot of time. It's 21 for a stretch, but do practice a couple mobility drills. One is just kind of squatting down. The other is creating the shape here, like doing that, these 90-90s type thing here. Another great one for us, we did, is walking out, lifting up, kind of lengthening through each one of these, and then a lunge pose. Do those stretches. This evening, as you're watching TV, just create lots of different shapes, as Kelly Starrett says, and you'll be good. All right, have a great one. I'll see you on Monday. Okay, bye. You're welcome.